Hello, dear fans, friends, and subscribers. This is your host Ram welcoming you to your edition of the daily edition of the Cricket Happening Show today. And on this Cricket Happening Show, it is going to be the preview of the Indian Premier League, the Qualifier 2, which is coming up between Sunrisers Hyderabad, who are taking on the Gujarat Lions, and that should be one really a very tasty match, no doubt about it. And the outcome is going to decide. So tomorrow, whichever team wins marches to the finals and will take on the Royal Challengers Bangalore in the Indian Premier League Finals 2016. So I'm going to do a preview of this particular match between Sunrisers Hyderabad and Gujarat Lions, which is coming up tomorrow in the qualifier 2. And also I'm going to do another preview, and this preview is on an international stage, and that is the second test match which is going to be played between Sri Lanka and England at Chesterley Street in Durham. And one thing I can say that this particular test which is coming up at Durham holds a lot of importance because it probably could be the last test match which would be played in Durham for quite a long time. So basically, what I mean to say here is that Durham might probably seeing the last of the test matches being staged here in England, and so Sri Lanka will have the proud privilege to take on England at that stadium in Chesterley Street. So I will come back to that, but I'm going to start off with the IPL first. So let's look at the qualifier 2, which is coming up tomorrow. It's going to be played at the Firozshah Kotla ground in Delhi. And Firozshah Kotla in Delhi, you would remember that Sunrisers defended 162. So one knows that this particular surface, I'm just trying to confirm what I'm saying is right or not. Yes, it is going to be played at the Firozshah Kotla in Delhi. And now I'm going to get into the preview here of both the teams. So looking at it, the Gujarat Lions, well, to me, the Gujarat Lions batting is absolutely charged up. They have, they have the 5 players. If you look at it, they have been performing to, they have been firing well, and that is the good part for the Gujarat Lions. For me, the Gujarat Lions' main strength is their batting. Look at the batting lineup of Gujarat Lions. They are absolutely charged up. They can really shift places. Now, we had Brendan McCullum and Dwayne Smith actually opening the innings in the initial stages. Then they shifted to a sort of a new batting order where the Aaron Finch started opening with Brendan McCullum, and that was because of the injury. We know that because of Aaron Finch's injury. So Aaron Finch and Brendan McCullum form a very explosive pair. And let me tell you, if at all both the guys get going at the same time, I would say Sunrisers Hyderabad are in for a real leather hunt here. So that is the good part. So if you look at the first 5 Gujarat Lions batsmen, they are in some very good nick. Aaron Finch, Brendan McCullum, Suresh Raina, the captain of the team, he also has been a very consistent player. Dinesh Karthik has been another consistent player in the Gujarat Lions, and Dwayne Smith, every time he comes to the crease, he scores. So, and Dwayne Smith coming in at number 5 really strengthens the batting lineup. And then they have the all-rounders Ravindra Jadeja and Dwayne Bravo. No, Dwayne Bravo, to me, has not done much of note in Gujarat Lions. Probably tomorrow might be the day for Dwayne Bravo and Jadeja to really show, unless they are needed again. And then the bowling has also looked good. Pravin Kumar, Dhaval Kulkarni has been a sort of a real revelation. He has really learned the art of swing bowling, and he also has a bit of pace too to harry the batsman. And Dhaval Kulkarni, what is the bottom line is that he has been able to pick up the wickets, give Gujarat Lions the breakthroughs, and he has been very instrumental. There is no doubt about it in Gujarat Lions' success. And Gujarat Lions, let me tell you, they are making their debut, as you know, in this tournament, and they have done a great job, according to me. And then they have now Pravin Tambe. Unfortunately, we have seen that he has always played a very good role in IPL, but this time we have seen that Pravin Tambe has not played a lot of matches, but does not know the reason. And then they have Pravin Kumar. We know Pravin Kumar, what a wicket-to-wicket bowler he is. And then they have Shivil Kaushik, Pravin Tambe, Eklavya Dwivedi definitely showed his hitting prowess the other day. So Gujarat Lions, according to me, they are looking very strong in their batting department. There is no doubt about it. They are absolutely charged up. Now, what Lions could do is that it will be very interesting to see what they do. Whether they want to spring a surprise by getting Pravin Tambe into the mix, or they want to get the Chinaman bowler Shivil Kaushik in front of them. So that's going to be very interesting, because Shadab Jakati was plundered for runs, for 45 runs in his 3 overs. So let's see what they would like to do. That will be interesting. Now, as far as Sunrisers are concerned, well, they too have a very good organized batting lineup. If you look at it, I would say compared to Gujarat Lions, David Warner and Shikhar Dhawan have always been responsible for giving them a good opening start, and they have done it fairly well in this IPL, no doubt about it. David Warner is a big threat. If you get the wicket of David Warner early, you really stand a chance, because David Warner to me is the vital cog. He's not only the captain, but he's also the guy who leads from the front. And then they have Shikhar Dhawan, who has also showed very good. He has also batted well. And then Yuvraj Singh the other day showed that we were seeing the Yuvraj Singh of old strokes coming up into the picture, and that was a real treat to watch. So that is something very good news for Sunrisers Hyderabad, according to me, because Yuvraj Singh was hitting the ball from the sweetest part of the bat. And then Moises Enriquez has also showed what a tremendous contributor he is. The other day picked up the Man of the Match award in that game where they eliminated the KKR. Deepak Hooda, I have to say that this year Deepak Hooda has not had a good IPL for sure, but well, he has been chipping in, but again Deepak Hooda has not really delivered to the expectations. Namanoja, the wicket keeper, he can also bat, as we know. And then we have Ben Cutting, who can also will fill up the role of an all-rounder. And then look at that bowling. The other day we saw Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. What a spell he delivered against the KKR. 4 overs for 19 runs. So that was splendid stuff. And Sunrisers Hyderabad, one knows that they're already crippled because of the absence of Ashish Nehra, who underwent an operation in England. So definitely they are crippled, but even though they didn't have Ashish Nehra, they won against KKR. So though definitely one could be putting the money on Sunrisers Hyderabad, because their bowling is coming beautifully well. Bhuvaneshwar Kumar showed put up some fine exhibition of swing bowling, and then he's well supported by Barinder Shran. Barinder Shran, well, when I've seen that he tends to give a lot of runs, but sometimes he picks up the wickets too. And then Mustafizur Rahman, one knows that he has been one star bowler for in this Sunrisers Hyderabad team, no doubt about it. It was his debut IPL, and he has done admirably well. And then they have the coolness and the calmness of Karan Sharma, the leg spinning bowler, who also is a very good bowler. So definitely things are looking good. Both the teams are looking evenly matched, but probably I might be tended to probably give a bit of an edge for the Gujarat Lions against Sunrisers Hyderabad. But again, as I said, it's just that bit of a slight edge. It's not a very big edge that I'll be giving, because we know the Sunrisers Hyderabad are also good. I mean, they have very good batsmen, very good bowlers, and I think we should have a real contest here. And I think, and I'm told that the temperature is going to be good. There's going to be no rain there, so that is good. And also now we have to see whether what the captain is going to do. I mean, one knows that once the toss is won, the team which is winning the toss is definitely going to insert the opposition. We saw the other day that later on it was easy to, we saw that Sunrisers Hyderabad and KKR, that one thought that the pitch became a bit easy. No, not easy in the sense it was dicey, but there was a dew factor which came into the picture, but still Sunrisers Hyderabad went on to win that match. So that is so. I think, but I might probably be tended to give a slight edge to Gujarat Lions tomorrow in the match against Sunrisers Hyderabad. But time will definitely tell the story. So that is as far as that preview is concerned. Now let me get on to the international preview here, and we are talking about the second test which is starting tomorrow. It's going to be starting at the Chesterley Street in Durham, where England are one zip. They totally trounced Sri Lanka in that first test match to go one zip. And one has to even what I'm going to do is I'm first going to look at and as I said, this particular match is of great significance. The reason being that one does not know whether any more matches would be held in Durham in the future because of whatever the goings on is happening over there right now. One wishes that there are more matches played, but basically, and Durham is, let me also tell you, the Sri Lankans are going to find it a bit difficult too, because it is extremely cold in Durham, and it is all about adapting to the climes here. So that is going to be another one big test which is coming for Sri Lanka, and that will be interesting as to how Sri Lanka really cope up with that. But Durham, the match which is going to be played in Durham has its own significance. As I said, one does not know whether Durham is ever going to hold a test match later on because of, as I said, whatever the goings on is happening right now as far as Durham is concerned, which is unfortunate. But one only hopes that Durham definitely sees a lot of test matches, and definitely one probably feels that there should be a very big crowd tomorrow in Durham, especially considering the fact that Durham might not be holding any more test matches in the future. I'm not going into those reasons right now, but the news is out that whether Durham will definitely, whether this would be the last test match which would be actually played in Durham. So that is something that one has to see. But as I said, Sri Lanka are the ones who are under extreme pressure. One is they are already 1-0 down in this particular series. Over and above that, their bowling worries have increased with the latest casualty being Dushman Chamina, the very promising young pace bowler who had to return home and is out of cricket for 3 months now. So that's a big blow for them. And he has been replaced by Surangal Akmal. Now, Surangal Akmal is a good bowler. He really can swing the ball in English conditions to my knowledge, and it will be interesting to see how Surangal Akmal goes. But definitely Sri Lanka to me are really crippled. And coupled with that, one is the weather in Durham, which is going to be very tough, and they are an young and inexperienced bunch which are just trying to learn the tricks here, learning the ropes in test matches. And let's have a look at the teams here. As far as Sri Lanka are concerned, well, they are going to be opening with the same opening pair of Dimuth Karunaratne and Kaushal Silva. Definitely one can say that both these players are very good players. Karunaratne has showed that in New Zealand too. Kaushal Silva, as I said, he has one of the best techniques with all the stalwarts having retired. One has to really say that the best technique in the Sri Lankan team belongs to Kaushal Silva. So he's one. They would be hoping that this is the format of the game that Kaushal Silva loves to play, and he's totally tailor-made for that. And one only hopes that Kaushal Silva's innings crystallizes tomorrow in Durham. Kushal Mendes, he has already given notice of his precocious talent that he has. As I said, he was the schoolboy. He was declared as the best schoolboy of the in Sri Lanka in an awards function. And also the other thing is that Kumar Sangakkara, the former experienced stalwart, has come up with heaped a high praise on him, and he has said that this bloke could do some great things in the future for Sri Lanka. So when it is coming from such a top-notch guy like Kumar Sangakkara, one has to really take it seriously. And then they have Dinesh Chandimal, who will be doing the keeping. Now, as I said, I've always been saying that Dinesh Chandimal and Angelo Matthews, the captain, are the ones who have to really carry on the burden on their own shoulders initially, because the reason being they are the most experienced persons in the lineup. Well, whether tomorrow Lahiru Tirumane is going to get a chance, or whether they will be prompt to bring Milinda Sriwardana into the picture. So that will be very interesting to see. But Milinda Sriwardana is a very promising all-rounder, but Lahiru Tirumane, I think, should be persisted with. Dasun Shanaka has already shown what a talented bowler he is, with rocking the England boat on the first day, on his debut, on his debut day itself. So we know Dasun Shanaka can really get the ball to jag in and jag out, and he's a very difficult proposition. And then the bowling will be in the hands of Shaminder Rao, who likes to hit the deck very hard. Nuwan Pradeep can also be pretty handy, and Surangal Akmal. So to me, the pace bowling resources are looking pretty slim. So definitely they have to really come up with something real special. And then they have the very wily left-arm spinner, the experienced left-arm spinner Rangana Herath, who also has the batting abilities as far as the lower order is concerned. So I think Sri Lanka are the ones who are under extreme pressure, and as I already said, this is a litmus test for Sri Lanka. This series is, I would be terming this series always as the litmus test series, and it's only a matter of Sri Lanka. What would be good to see is whether these youngsters are learning the lessons very quickly, and they are really. I'm sure they have seen a lot of videos of the England players, and whether they can really put into practice by doing the right things at Chesterley in Durham. But definitely they are under extreme pressure. So as far as England are concerned, well, all eyes will be on Alistair Cook. The other day he couldn't get a chance in the second innings because it was an innings defeat that Sri Lanka had. So all the eyes will be on Alistair Cook tomorrow to see whether he can get the balanced 20 runs to make it 10,000 runs, being the first Englishman to do so in the history of English cricket. Whether he can get to that very coveted mark tomorrow. So that is very interesting. Alex Hales, as what Alex Hales has shown in the previous test is a very encouraging sign. We know he suffered. He really suffered in South Africa because he was not really sure of which balls to leave and which balls to play. But we saw that in the first test he has learned his lessons pretty quickly, and he was pretty sure of which ball to leave and which ball to play. And I thought he played a very good hand in that England victory too, because he contributed 86 runs, and he was there when the wickets were tumbling for England at one stage. He gave good company to Johnny Bairstow, and he did a wonderful job. So that is good news for England. And then Nick Compton. Now Nick Compton is another one on whom the eyes will be definitely trained. One more failure in this particular test, and I think Nick Compton will probably be under extreme pressure to lose his place. But one knows that Nick Compton definitely has a lot of talent, but the only problem that I see here as far as Nick Compton is concerned is basically he has not been in some good form. So whether he can turn that around tomorrow. And then Joe Root, well, he definitely was dismissed cheaply, but he's such a great batsman, according to me, that you can't just read one failure and talk about Joe Root. I'm sure Joe Root is going to come back hard on the Lankans in this particular test match. James Vince made his debut. It was a very brief debut that he had, and in the little innings that he played, he looked good, but definitely his chance will definitely come. Johnny Bairstow is coming on the heels of a very good century he made, which really paved the way for that England victory. And also, let's not forget Johnny Barristow's contribution behind the sticks, as he took 9 victims behind the sticks. The bowling is looking very sharp. James Anderson absolutely on a roll with that 10 wicket bag of his. And then Stuart Broad, who actually supported him beautifully in the first innings. Stephen Finn joined him in the second innings. And then Chris Wokes. Now, yes, England too have the injury worries as far as bowling is concerned. Chris Wokes is in the team now. That is now England also have lost the services of a very, very mercurial all-rounder Ben Stokes. And definitely Chris Wokes, I won't say that Chris Wokes is a light replacement. Yes, he's an all-rounder, but one good thing in favor of Chris Wokes is that recently, just 2 days back, he picked up a 9-wicket bag against the Durham team. So that is something which will really, really keep him absolutely energetic, and he would be walking into this particular England team with ounces of confidence when he's going to bowl, because he has already got a 9-wicket bag 2 days back against Warwickshire. So against Durham, sorry, he plays for Warwickshire, so he did it against Durham. So definitely this bowling attack is also going to look very sharp with Chris Wokes there, and Chris Wokes can really surprise with his bowling. So as I said, I think Sri Lankans are going to be under extreme pressure, but it would be interesting to see how Sri Lanka can wriggle out of such a tight situation, whether they can stand the test of time in this particular test match. Well, dear fans and subscribers, on this note, it's about time for me to end this cricket show for today. Hope you all enjoyed this cricket broadcast of mine. Tomorrow you can keep your eyes trained on the cricket happenings. I'll be back with a cricket summary on the first day's play in the second test match, which is coming up between England and Sri Lanka, which I term it as the litmus test series. And as far as the qualified 2 in Indian Premier League is concerned, which is going to decide as to who will be meeting RCB in the finals on Sunday in the IPL 2016. It will be decided when tomorrow these two teams clash, Gujarat Lions versus Sunrisers Hyderabad, and I'll be there to give you a cricket summary on that match as well. Well, dear fans and subscribers, that really puts a lid on this cricket happening show for today. Hope you all enjoyed it, and there's more to come tomorrow